Hello, all of you. Welcome to the third class for rectification of errors. Okay. And the class should start with homework. The very first class I have explained you all the theory. And we have done the problems that if error is located and yet trial balance is not prepared. Can I go and do the correction in the ledger? Answer is yes. If it is omitted, can I record it? Yes. If it is recorded 50, I have to record 500. Can I record 450 more? Yes. So we have done it very perfectly that if there are any errors, before the trial balance is prepared, how to correct it. Yesterday, I took problem number 11 to explain you that once error has happened and trial balance is prepared, some errors, they affect the trial balance. Some, they don't affect the trial balance. Okay. Now, the errors which are not affecting the trial balance, that too they will be located when they are seen. But errors which are affected, what will happen? Debit side of your trial balance is say 50 rupees and credit side is 48. So 2 rupees difference is coming on the credit side. You are not able to locate it. You will put suspense account on the credit side and close. Afterwards, you realize that payment to creditors 62 is debit, but cash is credited only 60. So now when you try to correct the thing, suspense account will close. So once the trial balance is prepared and after that, if you want to rectify the errors, you have to do it through suspense account. And when all the errors are rectified, your suspense account will become nil. I will say it will get tallied. So what we are doing in today's class is we will practice more problems for the second method and some we will take combined for first and second. Okay. So by the time we go to the third method, we should be very perfect. Second and third method, there is a small twist. That's it. So until and unless you are confident for the second method, we should not go for the third method. Now, as I am sharing my screen, I had asked you all to do 8th and 9th problem as homework. And now you are asking for one more day's time. This is the first time, so I'm giving you time, okay? Make sure 8th and 9th problem, you send it in WhatsApp group. And if you're watching this as video, solve it. Get that confidence. गलत है तो half page waste करो, ink scratch करो, लेकिन कर रहे हैं अभी, right? Once you do this, then I will check it in the next class. And next day you check it with me. Ma'am, A, B, C, I got correct. D entry, I did wrong. E, I did not do from home because I did not. So I left the space for that. Like that, make sure you solve it. Look at the screen. Are you all confident about the suspense account? We did 11th problem by both the methods. Yeah, yesterday we have done 11th problem. So let us do right now 12th problem. One second. Huh? I think the screen is appearing blurred today. I don't know why. One second. Huh? Yeah, now it is fine. One second, please. I'm doing some changes in the setting. Okay, chalo, let us start. We have already completed 11th problem yesterday. 12th problem we will do it now in class. Or 11th also we have not done. 1 second, let me check in the notebook. Problem number 11th is done. So we should do right now problem number 12. Okay? Chalo, let us start very quickly. Rectify the following errors found in the books of Mr. Dutt. Trial balance was out of order by 4930 being excess credit. When credit is excess, this will appear on the debit side, the suspense account. The difference has been posted to suspense account. Then amount of this had been entered in the cash book and total of return inward book and all other details are given. So now we are not doing the problems of error of principal and error of commission and all separately. Combined problem we are doing where all the kind of errors will come. Okay. Full page draw please in your notebook. In your notebook, please draw it in full page. Date, particulars. Ledger folio, debit amount and credit amount. शुरू करो. Okay. An amount of 100 was received from Didas on 31st March but not entered in the cash book. So we should enter it in the cash book. Okay? Because it is received, otherwise your cash account will not tally. And so on. And suspense account, credit may excess hai, so the opening balance will come on the debit side. Okay? Right. Chalo, let us solve it. All of you should do it in class with me. Comfortable what I am doing? I am doing rectification of errors. Problem number 12. और rectification of errors में हम क्या कर रहे हैं? We are solving the problems after trial balance is prepared. So we are doing it with the suspense account. So date, particulars, ledger folio, debit amount and credit amount. Date, particulars, ledger folio, debit amount, credit amount. Date, particulars, ledger folio, debit amount, credit. Full pages. Chalo. Quickly start with the 12th problem. First entry. Cash is received but not recorded. So you record it. Cash account debit to cash account debit to Didas. Because money is received from the party, but you missed recording, now record it. Being the amount received. आज नरेशन लिखें, so it will be clear ना, थोड़ा practice हो जाएगा. Being amount already received. Second, total of the return inward book for December was undercast by 1000. What is the nature of return inward or sales return? Debit. Debit is less, short. So debit it more. Sales return account debit to suspense account. If you have taken debit side less total, you must have put it in suspense account that time. Sales return का total कम नहीं है तो credit तो correct है, debit में कम है. So now record it on the debit side. Okay. Next. Purchase of, yeah, narration. Casting error it is. So what do you call it? Being sales return account total undercast, sales return account total, undercast by 1000. Now listen all of you, if trial balance is not prepared and suspense account is not there, then go to the sales return. Go to the sales return ledger and on the debit side write down to undercast of total and add. I mean, say if this entry would have been one-sided if suspense account is not there. Now I'm doing the third one. Purchase of office table 3000 routed through purchase account, principal error. Furniture account debit. To purchase. Furniture account debit 3000. Purchase account credit 3000. See, when you buy furniture, it is a real account. It's an asset. 50 बार ये सब दिमाग में जाना चाहिए. Being furniture purchase. By mistake, you recorded in purchase. This is not purchase of goods, okay? Fourth. 3750 paid for wages to make a showcase debited in the wages account. Karo. This wages should be debited where again? Furniture account debit to wages account. I hope you all are having the book and doing it. Furniture account debit. कितना है 3750 and wages credit. Next, being the wages paid to foreman, you can write for making furniture. A purchase of 670 was posted to creditors account as 600. What is the nature of creditors? Credit. So you credited only 600, whereas you should have done 670. So 70 rupees more you credit. And now debit. What account? Suspense account debit. Suspense account debit to creditor. Suspense account debit to creditor. Got it? You have written on debit side 670, credit 600. So 70 rupees credit may you have written suspense account and over. Now you got it, the suspense account debit which you had credited and creditors actually credit. That's the effect. Sixth entry. A check of 200 received from PC Joshi was dishonored and debited to printing and stationery. When a check which is received by PC Joshi is dishonored, you have to pass the entry PC Joshi to bank. When Joshi gave me check, what entry I will pass? Bank to Joshi. So now Joshi to bank. So PC Joshi account debit to printing and stationery. Why so? PC Joshi account debit to printing and stationery. Joshi has, you have to pay me something else. When I did bank to Joshi, I debited bank, I credited Joshi, that check got dishonored. So Joshi to bank. Bank is credited correctly, but instead of Joshi, printing and stationery is debited. So now debit Joshi and wrongly debited printing and stationery credit. Next. Seventh. 10,000 paid for motorcycle. Okay, quite many entries are repeated. No, what happened? ठीक है, some are same, some are different. चलो कोई बात नहीं, वापस कर लिए. Okay. So now 10,000 paid for motorcycle for Mr. Dutt has been charged to miscellaneous expense. Now this motorcycle proprietor has purchased for himself. Okay. Right. It is the same problem as 11th only. चलो ठीक है, practice हो गया. हाँ. So what entry you will pass for the motorcycle which is purchased? It is like drawings because the proprietor has spent money for his personal use motorcycle, not for business. So drawings account debit, and if you have just put it in miscellaneous expense, khatam karo, so credit. Next entry. 10,000 paid salary to cashier written in his name. So this should go to the salary account. See, when you pay salary to a worker, you don't write his name. You write salary account debit to bank, right or not? So salary account should be debited because it is your expense, debit on expense. And Dhawan's account is wrongly debited to nullify the effect credit. Next, sale of 2000 on to Singh and Company was wrongly credited to his account. So wrongly credited, but when you sell the goods, you had to debit. Singh and Company, you had to debit, but you credited. Now you debit with double the amount. Now you debit with double the amount. One debit to actually debit, another debit to nullify the credit. Okay, right? Singhi and Co. and credit you will do it to suspense account. You know, when you did, what happened? Sales also credit, Singhi and Co. also credit. So 4,000 credit and debit nothing. So you have put suspense account 4,000. Now you got the error, suspense ko credit karo Singh ko. I want to repeat, Singhi's account is debited because you have sold the goods to him, and second time it is debited to nullify the wrong credit. That's all for all the entries. Very quickly prepare the suspense account, post all the entries. They said credit was excess. So opening balance will come here, 4930. And now look at the first entry, there is no suspense account. Second entry hai, credit side, sales return to suspense, 1000, just post the suspense account. Then suspense account debit to creditors, 70. Suspense account credit, 4,000, total is 5,000. Nice. When all the totals are rectified, your suspense account is tallied. When all the totals are rectified, your suspense account is tallied. चले आगे. I hope you are now getting a grip on combined errors, error of omission, error of principal, compensating error. Look at this. All the types of errors have come here. Okay, right. We will do more practice wherein we will prepare the suspense account. कैसे बनाएंगे, क्या करेंगे, देखते हैं. चलो. Then I'll go to the next part. Okay, चलो. Which problem we should check now? 13th one. Following are the errors affecting the account were detected, and you are required to pass the journal entries and show how the trial balance would be affected by the errors. Will the trial balance be affected? Yes, some errors will affect. and some will not affect. So let us see. Thirteenth problem we are doing now. First, we will pass the rectification entries. And if it is one-sided error, they are definitely going to affect the trial balance. So how we will rectify, we will see. 13th problem. 13th problem we are doing. Is your pen flowing with me? When I am reading, you read it from your book. You all have the material in which, concept classes material in which all this is given. And now when I am writing it, you write it, you will get that confidence that you can do it yourself. Okay? Chalo, problem number 30. Following errors affecting the account were detected in the books. Sale of old furniture. Okay, let me make the columns date, particulars, debit and credit. First entry. This time they have not asked you to prepare the suspense account. तो नहीं बनाना. They said give errors which will affect the trial balance. So we will give. Sale of old furniture 150 treated as sale of the goods. So when you sell furniture, furniture is a real account. It is going out. Credit furniture. And sale, if you have credited, debited, because this is not sale of goods. See, rectification of errors very important is, how you talk with yourself while writing the entry. When I want to repeat, look at my explanation. When I am selling furniture, furniture is a real account, it is going out credit. Sales is debit. Clear? Sales is by mistake credited, so debit. Furniture is going out, so credit. Being sale of furniture. Receipt of 500 from Ram Mohan credited to Shyam Sundar. Which kind of error? Compensating error. Compensating error. So 500 is received from Ram Mohan. So I should credit Ram Mohan. By mistake, it is credited to Shyam Sundar. So Shyam Sundar, we will debit your account to nullify the wrong credit. And Ram Mohan, you are the giver. So we should credit. This is not error of principle. This is compensating error. Instead of one account, another account you have credited. And compensating error will never affect the trial balance. Third, goods worth 100 brought from Mohan have remained unrecorded so far. Okay. Goods worth 100. They were bought, purchased from Mohan, but you have not recorded. So record it. Because goods are already there in your godown. So purchase account debit to Mohan. 100. Okay. Just 2 seconds, check it now and continue writing the next entry you have to. Okay, are you following? I will check with you the third entry. Just pay attention, all of you. You know what happened? We purchased the goods from Mohan and we didn't record it. So now we are recording. So this is which kind of error? Error of omission. It will not affect trial balance. Na debit hua, na credit hua. I will make you write the reason, but it's very nice. Fourth problem. A return of 120 from Mukesh posted to his debit side. 120 is returned from Mukesh. Okay. So Mukesh should be credited, no? You have debited. So now you credit Mukesh with double the amount. What is that double the amount? 240. And you put it in suspense account. Suspense account if the trial balance is prepared. We are assuming trial balance is prepared. If trial balance is not prepared, this is one-sided error. Go to Mukesh account, right on the credit side. By wrongly debited. So now credit with double the amount. Fifth one. A return of 90 to Shyam Sundar posted as 9. Superb. Partial omission. Partial omission error. So you have returned 90 to Shyam Sundar. Shyam Sundar's account, this is like purchase return. What's the entry for purchase return? Shyam Sundar is a receiver. Shyam Sundar account debit to purchase return. So what you should do to Shyam Sundar? Shyam Sundar account debit, you should have done 90. You have done 9, 81. Only his account is wrongly posted. Purchase return to barabar hai. So put it in suspense account. Again, I want to repeat, if trial balance is not prepared, don't put it in suspense account. Directly go to Shyam Sundar account and write down 2 posting done 9 instead of 90. So 81 more you go and debit. Simple. So this is like one-sided error. All the one-sided errors will definitely affect the trial balance. This is so tight. I'll complete the problem, then give the break. That time you check it. I hope you all are following this. Sixth entry. Rent of proprietor's residence 600 debited to rent account. If we are doing some personal expense for proprietor, paying his son's school fees and all, then it should go to which account? Drawings account. This is not the rent of the business. So rent account should not be debited. So wrongly debited, to nullify the effect, credit the rent account and debit the drawings account. Drawings to rent. A payment of 215 to Mohammed posted to the credit side. So when you pay to someone, you have to debit his account. No, Mohammed, we had to debit 215, but we credited and amount is also wrong. So now you debit 125 because you wrongly credited 125. So you debit 125 and 215 is the correct amount. You didn't debit, now debit. So Mohammed account debit to suspense account. Wherever I am writing suspense account, you can directly go to his account and do. How much this is? 340. 340. Anyone is having any doubt or wants me to repeat? Not clear? I will explain again. See, read the seventh one. Payment of 215 to Muhammad posted. Okay, if it is clear, some of the students are saying if it is clear, we have to check with every student's speed, no? So sometimes I would repeat 2 minutes. Okay, Payment of 2152, because listen, why I'm reading the seventh entry. All of you listen, those who have followed and not. Generally, the mindset of the students when I correct the papers, ma'am, debit ki jagah credit kiya na, debit with double the amount, but this time it's not double the amount. Credit you have done that too with wrong amount. So wrong amount credited 125 debit and 215 debit because you have not debited. Eighth problem. Sale book added 900 short. Yes, in the sales book 900 is short. So what you will do now? Sales book, what is the nature of the sales book? Credit. So to sales book credit 900. डेबिट किसको करना है? Suspense account. Just sales is a subsidiary book. The total is less by 900. Go and add it. Ninth one. Total of bills receivable book 1500 left unposted. So bills receivable you had to debit. You didn't debit the 1500. Now debit it. To suspense account. Okay. Actually, I should have made here only two more columns. What is the type of the error? And is it because they asked you, if you do this much, if you pass these 9 entries, you may get 5 marks out of 8 marks question. Because they have asked you what is the effect in the trial balance. So you have to write that what is going to be the effect in the trial balance. So first you just check these entries. 2 minutes, I'll be back. आप ये entry check करो and make you write type of error. Okay, below this, please write down. Let us make a table. Type of error. Second thing they have asked is effect on trial balance. Is this error going to affect the trial balance or not? So as I said, some kind of errors like full omission, it will not affect. Error of principle, it will not affect. So like that. Chalo, let us interpret what entry first you have passed. Sales to furniture. Sales to furniture. Which kind of error it is? Error of principle. And no effect on trial balance. See, this we could have made the column there only. One second. Yes, no effect on trial balance. First one. Second one is Shyam and Ram, one account debited, one account credited. Again, no effect on trial balance, and it is compensating error. Second one. Write down the type of error they are asked in exam. आप ऐसे पढ़ो rectification कि आप किसी को भी पढ़ा सको. Compensating error. So no effect on trial balance. Third, purchase of goods from Mohan not recorded. So it is unrecorded. So this is error of omission. No effect. The way I am writing, are you all able to write and all clear? Okay, eighth entry. What happened? One second. Yeah. I missed writing it. One second. Eighth entry में ना suspense account debit होगा ना 900 से. I missed writing it. Yeah. चलो. So we were here. Complete omitted third entry. Fourth entry. 240 rupees. What happened in the fourth entry? Return of Mukesh. It's a mistake only in one ledger. So now you will rectify it. This is which error? Error of commission. You know, wrong side you have posted. Return of 120 from Mukesh posted to debit. तो उसको credit करना था मुकेश को. So now if you credit Mukesh, the trial balance suspense account is debited. So what is the first impact on the trial balance? Mukesh को debit कर दिया instead of credit. So you have done debit, but you have not done any credit. So what is the effect on the trial balance? The credit side is short by 250. That's why we have put in suspense. I hope you are getting. I want to explain this. A return of 120 from Mukesh. So sales return debit. Mukesh also debit. 240 debit. Credit is not there. So what is the impact on the trial balance? Credit is short by 240. Yes or no? And then when you rectify, suspense account will come on the debit side. So fourth entry is error of commission. Credit is short. Credit is short total. Trial balance credit is short total by 240. I hope you got it. 120 debit, 120 debit. Credit में कुछ नहीं था. The trial balance credit is short total. So put it in suspense, and when you rectify it, suspense account closed. Fifth entry. See, now we have to double read the entry. A return of 90 Shyam Sundar posted as 9 to his account. Again, it is error of commission. And of course, it is affecting the trial balance debit side. Is short by 81. Credit 90 किया, debit only 9 लिखा ना, so debit is short by 81. Next, sixth one. Rent of proprietor has been given for you have put it in rent. Actually, it is drawings. So is it going to affect the trial balance? No effect. Rent is debited instead of drawings. So it's like compensating error. Compensating error. Seventh one. A payment of 215 posted. This is error of omission. A commission, sorry. Wrong site, wrong amount. So of course there is a short of total. Trial balance debit is short by rupees 340. Trial balance debit is short by rupees 340. Next, payment sales book. added, of course it will affect. If the sales book 900 से credit कम है, so it is like error of commission. What is the mistake? Wrong totaling. Trial balance credit is short by undercast amount rupees 900. And ninth one, bills receivable 1500 left unposted. Again, this is same partial, omission also you can call, or error of commission also. So debit किया ही नहीं आपने. So trial balance debit is short by rupees 1500. That's it. Clear to all of you? Yeah. Ma'am, I have passed the journal entry, but I didn't like the effect. Then 50% marks will go. 2 minutes. Okay. Chalo. Next we will do now. So something new we are learning. Are you all getting? Huh? Kya kiye humne? We have learned how to rectify entry and how to nullify suspense account. And now we have learned while rectifying the errors, can we judge? I'm telling you, it's a big deal. Out of 100 students, 10 students are not confident even after coming in inter, sometimes final. Okay, this is error. Which type of error? So you say 50 times, ma'am, this is error of commission, omission, partial, principal, compensating. You will have very confident grip on this topic. And that's what is my aim. Thoda patiently padho, but अच्छे से padho. Your journey ahead in inter and final will become very smooth. Trust me. Students have done in inter in one attempt and 2 groups together. Some of them have written individually and got exemption in all the 4 subjects. Taxation, accounts, law, सब में exemption मिले. हाँ, ठीक है. So this is all about it. अच्छे से करो so that you are building a superb base, and I hope no short-mindedness. You are not studying just to get 200 marks. कैसे लाऊं मैम? बताओ तो फिर कैसे बताएं? नहीं बता सकते ना, है ना? चलो, let us go to the next problem. They are very nice problem with all the effect and everywhere. 14th problem we will do it now. 13th we have done just now with all the effect. 14th problem we will do. Yeah. Write the journal entries to rectify the following errors using a suspense account. That means trial balance is already prepared. Goods of 100 returned and 150. Routine entries are there. Chalo, isko ek entry aap bhi padho. I am also reading and we are writing. But one thing is, they have not given how much is the balance in the suspense account, or they are not asking you to prepare the suspense account. Then don't prepare. If they ask, you should prepare. If they don't ask, leave it. चलो शुरू करते हैं. Problem number 14. Just we have to record the journal entries one by one. Date particulars, debit, credit. Goods of the value 100 returned by Sharma were entered in the sales book and posted to the credit of the account. Please, if you can give me a message in the chat box, you still want wrong entry, correct entry, rectifying, I can solve one more time. Or shall we directly pass rectifying entry? Then in that case, the wrong entry and the correct entry should be in your mind. Which way you want to go, I will go. I am in teaching mode, so I will go as you say. आप बोलो ऐसे करेंगे. Are you having a grip? Then we can go directly. Clear? Shall we do directly? Then wrong entry and all, you have to pass it in your mind. So first entry, you also read it. I am also reading it again. Goods of value 100 returned by Sharma were entered in the sales day book and posted therefrom to the credit side. So anyhow, if it is returned, sales return account should be debited. नहीं हुआ है, debit करो 100. Sales account is wrongly credited because they have put the entry in the sales book. And when you put in the sales book, you will credit. So sales account debit 100. And parties account, sales return to Sharma. Sharma's account is correctly credited. So now you put this in the suspense account. Suspense account. अच्छा है, क्लियर है. जस्ट इमेजिन क्या हुआ होगा. सेल्स क्रेडिट, शर्मा आल्सो क्रेडिट, डेबिट कुछ भी नहीं. लुक लुक लुक, सेल्स क्रेडिट, शर्मा क्रेडिट, डेबिट कुछ भी नहीं. सस्पेंस अकाउंट. नाउ सस्पेंस अकाउंट डेबिट टू, आई मीन से तब सस्पेंस डेबिट है, नाउ सस्पेंस क्रेडिट. एंड सेल्स रिटर्न नॉट डेबिटेड डेबिट, sales wrongly credited debit. Clear with this entry? Right. Next. Nice problem this is. An amount of 150 entered in the sales book has been posted to debit of Mr. Philip, who returned the goods. So when Philip returned the goods, what we should have done? Sales return to बराबर किया, but sales return to Philip. We should have credited Philip. We have debited Philip. So now suspense account debit to Philip, credit with double the amount. Credit with double the amount. Philip credit, suspense debit. Third, a sale of 200 made to Ghanshyam was correctly entered in the sales day book, party to sales, but wrongly posted to the debit of Radheshyam. That to 200. Wrong account, wrong amount. So you have sold the goods to Ghanshyam. So Ghanshyam should have been debited, not debited, debit करो. राधेश्याम को wrongly debit किया है तो credit करो. Credit Radheshyam, and it is wrongly debited by 20. So to nullify the wrong effect, credit by 20. And to suspense account 180. Ghanshyam debit to Radheshyam to suspense. I want to repeat. I have sold the goods to Ghanshyam, but Ghanshyam is not debited. Let me debit. Radheshyam wrongly debited credit, and the difference is in suspense account. Now you know suspense में 180 कैसे आएगा? No one is asking, but you should be able to interpret. हुआ क्या होगा? When you have sold the goods, sale is correctly credited 200. Radheshyam is debited 20. Sale 200. Radheshyam debit 20. 180. सस्पेंस में डेबिट करो. आप 180 सस्पेंस में क्रेडिट करो. ठीक है? Okay, have you tried the next entry, fourth one? Check with me. Bed debt 450 was written off during the year in the sales ledger, but were not adjusted in the general ledger. Sales ledger doesn't mean sales account, it's a party account. So party ko you have credited. What's the journal entry for bed debt? Bed debt to party. So party account you have credited properly, but sales account you have not, bed debt account you have not debited. So now debit it. Bed debt account debit. How much will you debit to the bed debt? 450. Sale is correctly credited. So tab difference you must have put in the suspense. Suspense to sales. Now bed debt to suspense. So suspense account is closed. Last entry. The total of discount allowed column in the cash book for the month of September amounted to 200 was not posted. So only discount allowed was not posted. These are all one-sided errors. So definitely they will affect the trial balance. When you give discount, you credit the party. So party to barabar credit hua hai. Discount allowed is not debited. So debit it. 250. To suspense account. 250. Nice and all clear. Now you may have a doubt, ma'am, shall we prepare suspense account in exam? Don't prepare. Unless they give the balance and unless they ask you to do, don't prepare the suspense account. ठीक है? That's all for this problem number 14. That was simple. Actually, now we are ready to go for the third method, but I want to check the homeworks, and one problem we can solve with first and second, both the methods. So that will also give you a very good confidence. Yeah, the problem which I am solving now, they have asked in exam already. It's a very nice question with some workings also. The 15th one we are doing now. 14th we have completed. 15th we are doing it in class. Yes. Chalo. 15th problem. See, normally rectification is over in 3 classes. We may take 4 classes. Tomorrow I will start and finish the PNL adjustment wala. Okay, right? But make sure that you all are doing it. ये साथ साथ में practice करना भी जरूरी है. 15th question we are doing in class now. Trial balance of W and H failed to agree, and difference of 2057 pending was put up in the suspense account. Which side we don't know. Purchase return has been correctly entered and totaled, but posting is wrong. Like that, some entries are there, but the entries are good. तो working भी करना पड़ेगा कहीं कहीं पे for entries. Pass rectification entries without narration. Good. And prepare a statement showing the effect of rectification on the reported net profit before the correction of these errors. Okay. So what is going to be the effect of these entries? On the reported net profit before the correction of these errors, how they are going to affect the profits, that also they have asked us. We can show them. A trial balance we dekh lenge because sorry, suspense account. It is showing a balance of say 2570, but which side? Letter C. ठीक है? Chalo, let us do this question in class together. I hope you all are revising also the classwork at home. Continue doing now. Yeah, full page, new page, problem number 15. Heading लिखना है आपको journal entries, and then we should write date, particulars, debit amount, credit amount. Date, particulars, debit amount, credit amount. Date, particulars, debit amount, credit amount. All clear, chal. Purchase return, first entry. Read it with me, all of you. Purchase return day book has been correctly entered and totaled, but had not been posted to the party ledger. No, but had not been posted to the ledger. Purchase return is a subsidiary book, you know. We do the total. Party के account तो तभी credit और debit हो जाते हैं. What's the nature of purchase return? Tell me. Purchase का nature क्या है? Debit. So what is the nature of purchase return? Credit. So purchase return का ledger posting you do weekly or monthly once, no, for all the purchase return from the subsidiary book. So they said subsidiary books total you have done. Posting you have not done. So let us do it now. Suspense account debit to purchase return 6160. I hope you are getting. Purchase return subsidiary books को credit किया आपने, party को भी debit किया, but subsidiary books one total which you bring up that you have not done, you are doing it now. Second one. Discount received 1320 has been debited to the discount allowed. Okay. So this is now both the side mistake. So this is discount received. So discount received should be credited to discount received. Now you have not done, now you do it. See, it's absolutely okay in the exam if you are comfortable writing the credit side first. Discount is received, credited. You've not credited, credit. Discount allowed, by mistake you debited it, now credit it. Discount allowed, by mistake you debited it, now credit it. Suspense account. I hope these are like, you know, combined errors. Two mistakes are there. Discount received, you didn't record it, record on the credit side. Discount allowed, you wrote it on the debit side, which is not there. There is no discount allowed. So to nullify the effect, credit it. 2640. Sales account has been under added by 10,000. AHA entry, you know, AHA. Undercast, what is the nature of sales? Credit. Total is less by 100. कर लो आप 10,000. Debit किसको करो? Suspense account. Are the logics clear? Because you'll have to post all this in the suspense account. Fourth one. Credit sale of 1470 has been debited to the customer account at 1740. So you have sold the sale. Credit sales of 1750, party to sales. अब customer को debit किया ज़्यादा amount. This is error of commission, wrong amount. Debit kiya, but you have debited more. So now credit the customer. You should have debited 1470. You debited 1740. Whatever extra debit you have done, you should credit. Whatever extra debit you have done, you should credit. How much it is coming? 270. You know, when instead of debit you write on the amounts कुछ भी गलत लिखते हो तो whatever is the difference, no, total is 9. I'll show you separately. पहले आप ये problem करो, मैं आपको एक trick सिखाऊंगी end of the class today. I'll teach you some nice trick. I want to say customer account is debited by 1740. Actually, customer should be credited by debited by 1470. So credit the customer. Suspense account. Oh, I'm missing on debiting the suspense account. कहीं और भी रह गया है तो कर लो. Suspense debit to sales. Suspense debit to customer. Fifth one. A vehicle bought originally for 7,000 4 years ago and depreciated 1,200 has been sold for 1,500, but no entries recorded other than in the bank account. Bank में 1,500 rupees have come. Right. Okay. Now let us do some working. I am doing the working here only. What is the original cost minus the depreciation? It is called as what? WDV. तो original cost कितना है? 7,000. अभी तक depreciation कितना है? 1,200. So WDV कितना है? 5,800. And it is sold for how much? 1,500. So what is the loss? I want all of you to write this calculation. Oh, it is depreciated to, nahi, it is depreciated by. Oh, I did a mistake. I did a mistake, please. It is depreciated too. So WDV is only 1,200 and it is sold for 1,500. So 300 is not loss, it is profit. You write down just 2 minutes. I'll be back. Really sorry for moving again and again. Problem pado. I told you this problem, the specialties, 1 or 2 workings are there. Okay. I want all of you to read with me book because I did a mistake. I don't want you all to do that mistake. तो एक बार पढ़ो मेरे साथ. ये देखो क्या गड़बड़ किया मैंने. A vehicle was brought at 7,000 and it is depreciated to 1,200. So today it's not buy, it is to buy, and to makes a difference, you know. So it has been depreciated to 1,200 and it is sold for 1,500. Okay. So like this, it is profit and loss we have got. Now, you know, 1,500 sale value is recorded. So bank is debited. But what you have to record now? Suspense account debit to vehicle 1,200, to profit and loss 300, and suspense account 1,500. Please take your time and tell me if this today अच्छे combined entries are there. The level of the problem has gone up from where I started the class today. That's the reason I said we'll do it in 4 class instead of 3, but अच्छा करेंगे. You know, when you sold the vehicle, you have debited the bank account by 1,500, but credit कुछ नहीं किया. So bank to suspense is the original entry. Now, suspense to vehicle is going out 1200 at cost and profit has gone here. Now clear fifth entry, sixth entry. An accrual of 560 for telephone charges has been completely omitted. You missed writing that 560 telephone charges have accrued. So, telephone account debit to outstanding telephone account. 560, 560. Telephone outstanding, you missed doing it, so we are doing it now. Bad debt of 1560 has not been written off and provision for doubtful debts. Mark this entry, very important. Star लगाओ इसको, 5-6 5 स्टार, किटकैट, डेयरी मिल्क सब खिला दो. A bad debt of 1560 has not been written off. Provision of doubtful debts is to be maintained at 10% of datas at 22,390 with a credit provision for the bad debt, it is 2320. So there are 2-3 entries here. First one, bad debt of 1560 had not been written off. So you write off the bad debt. What is the entry for the bad debt? Bad debt account debit to datas or trade receivables 1560. You didn't record this entry. Now record it. Okay? And they said for doubtful debts, maintain 10% of trade receivables. Okay? So you have to make a provision with a credit provision of 2320 is already there. You have to make the provision. Okay? First you read it. I'll give you all the working. अब देखो तुम्हारे datas हैं कितने? How much are the datas as per the trial balance? 22,390 minus bad debt. Because of this, the datas have come down. No. Whatever is final closing datas. See, out of 21,560, you are not going to receive. Why will you make a provision? So provision is made on final datas. और कहीं देख लो, yeah, customer account 270. Customer is your datas. You debited extra, so now you credit. Any other error? No. So just these two errors, excess debit. So now you are crediting. Now what is your closing datas? You can do all this working separate or the way I am doing, no problem. See, this is a very advanced problem, star market important. Even I am doing it, and then make sure that you all solve it again at home. ऐसा same problem आ सकता है. अब closing datas कितने हैं करो? 22,390 minus 1560 bad debt minus excess debit now credited. So it is coming to how much? 2560. One second. Huh? Sorry, this is 23,9. एक फिगर में मिस्टेक हो गया है. Yeah, please make it as 23 and 21. I want to repeat, your datas were 23, 1560 is bed dead, gone. 270 is mistake. So now it is 21,560. You want 10% provision, 2156. You already have a provision. How much? Opening provision is there, 2320. So excess provision, can you reverse? Take your time to write all the working. Many of you are doing classes in mobile phone. I am trying to write big. फिर भी अगर लग रहा है मैम एक बार जूम करके बताइए, आई विल शो यू. कोई डाउट है किसी को? आराम से लिखो 5 मिनट और ये वर्किंग को इंटरप्रेट भी करो. Finished all of you? Yeah. Chalo, I will re-explain. Datas are 23,390. Bed debt हुआ 1560. Excess debit, there was an earlier error where datas were wrongly debited extra. So you credited. So your closing datas is 21,560. On that 10% provision is 2156. But your opening provision is 2320. So excess provision is there for 164. Can you reverse? Yes. What is the entry for provision? What is the entry for provision? P&L to provision. So what will be the entry for reverse? Provision for datas account debit 164. P&L account credit 164. Take your time. Is this clear to all of you? Provision for datas debit, P&L credit. Because this is excess provision. Nice. If you really don't like the way I have written, तो आप journal entries ही लिखो, continue, and then for this bed debts and all, you can make the working note and ask them to refer it here. Chalo. Going to the 8th entry, tools bought 1200 had been inadvertently debited to purchases, error of principle. Loose tools are your assets, you know. Loose tools, dies, molds, these are used in factory. And by mistake, if you have debited to purchase account, purchase ko credit karo because these are not goods. And loose tools are your assets. So debit. And last one, the proprietor had withdrawn for personal use goods worth 1960 and no entry is recorded. So this is error of complete omission. Drawings account debit 1960. Two purchases. Purchase credit, drawings debit 1960. All clear? Shall we quickly prepare the suspense account and post all these entries? Whichever side they will come. Look at your first entry. Suspense account debit 6160. Second may be suspense account debit. So go on doing like that. Post all your entries. Turn the pages in your book and do it. Suspense account debit, purchase return 6160. Suspense account debit, discount allowed 1320 and discount received 1320. Suspense account debit to sales 10,000. Suspense account debit to customer. Suspense account debit to customer 270. Suspense account debit to vehicle 1500. That's it. Remaining all are error of omission and all. So कितना आ रहा है difference? देखो 6160 plus 1320 plus 1320 plus 10,000 plus 270 plus 1500. Yeah, you do total and send it first. Don't wait कि मैम तो स्क्रीन पे करेंगे, आप बिना कैलकुलेटर के बैठे हैं क्लास में, then it's not good. Dipti ma'am does wrong total. All the other students are doing wrong total. You are the lone one who is doing correct total. 20,570. We said there was a balance brought down. Which side we didn't know. So we have written and now we have got it correct. 20,570. Clear to all of you? Suspense account. All right. Nice problem. Take your time at home also to revise this working. And if you have any doubt, message me. I am waiting. कोई doubt है तो आप पूछो मुझे अभी. Did you give all these many stars? You know what is star? It is a powerful thing. एक triangle ऊपर और एक triangle नीचे. और नहीं तो ऐसे बनाना है without lifting your pen. Because this problem is that important. Chalo. Last one for today. The very next problem we are doing right now, 16th problem. And then tomorrow we will do the most important thing. Abhi recent exam they have asked question that if error is rectified next year, so what you will do? Suspense account it will come. What else? So before that we should be clear with this. Ongoing trial balance, you find debit in excess. So if debit is in excess, suspense account में कहाँ आएगा? 150 rupees credit side. On close scrutiny, you found these mistakes. Past journal entries show how they affect the profit. Okay. If you rectify them, how it is going to affect your profit. And prepare the suspense account also. So it's all 3 in 1, but only 5-6 entries are there. So first let us correct the entries. Okay. 16th problem, last one for today. And whatever I give homework, very committed way if you do. Ma'am, I am very confident about the second and the third method. ready to sorry, first and second, ready to kickstart the third method, है ना? चलो, let us do right now problem number 16. On going through the trial balance, you have found that debit is excess. Okay, first entry we should rectify. Date, particulars, debit amount, credit amount. And effect on profit, I want to make it here only. बाद में अलग से column नहीं बनाना. Make one extra column. Journal entries ही लिख रहे ना? Date, particulars, small column are you all making? For LF, ledger folio, debit amount, credit amount. Effect on profit. Effect on profit आप यहीं पे लिख दो. First one. Read with me. First one. The total of debit of expenses account has been cast excess. Okay. What is the nature of expense? Debit. तो extra है तो आप credit कर दो. Expense account credit 50. Suspense account debit. Very senior, like small kids are there at home. So sorry, I have to look. एक बार फिर से. Expense का nature is debit, so it is over debited. So credit 50 and debit your suspense account. Being expenses overcast. Sales account has been total short by 100. Such easy entry. कम्स क्रेडिट किया है, अब क्रेडिट करो 100. सस्पेंस अकाउंट डेबिट 100. सेल्स अकाउंट क्रेडिट 100. चलो नेक्स्ट. One item of purchase of 25 has been posted from the day book to the ledger as 250. What is day book? Subsidiary book. So you have purchased 25, but in the party ledger you have posted purchase to party 250. Read it. Purchase is 25, but posted to the ledger of the party as 250. So creditors को ज्यादा credit किए. So can you debit the creditors by 225? 250 credit किए जबकि credit करना था 25. Yeah, debit we have to write, no? I'm writing everywhere debit column and credit column. Array. Debit and credit only we have to write. By mistake, I wrote it in the effect column. I will change it. Of course, you have to write debit credit. I hope you are getting. By mistake, I am going to use the effect. फिर वो effect बाद में ना देखना पड़े, so I did it here only. Fourth entry. अच्छा, थर्ड एंट्री में क्रेडिटर्स को तो डेबिट किया, सस्पेंस क्रेडिट, sales return of 100 from a party has been posted to that account through the party's account. Okay. Next entry, fourth entry. Sales return of 100 from a party has not been posted to the account through that party. Party's account has been credited. Okay. Party account बराबर क्रेडिट किए, सेल्स रिटर्न को डेबिट नहीं किए तो अब डेबिट कर दो. Sales return debit to suspense. Sale return debit to suspense. A check of 500 is issued to supplier's account. Creditors towards his due has been wrongly debited to the purchase account. So purchase को wrongly debit किए तो purchase को credit करो 500. And we have issued the check to supplier. So supplier should be debited, not debited, now debited. Purchases wrongly debited, now credited. Last entry, a credit sales of 50. Credited to sales and also to the datas. So datas so you should have debited, no? So datas or trade receivables debit karna tha. You have credited. So now you debit with double the amount. Party to sales. Sales credited. Data is also credited. Debit kuch bhi nahi. So 100 is coming in suspense account. So now suspense credit, data's debit. Data's debit 50 because you have sold the goods, he's the receiver and you didn't debit. And another debit 50 because of wrong credit. Now clear to all of you, all the entries. You want me to scroll up, show something, or they are very easy, frankly. Easy है ना? चलो. Suspense account. Post all the entries. First entry. Suspense account debit to expense. It was overcast. Suspense account debit to sales. Suspense account credit. Supplier debit. Suspense account credit. Payables और परचेज में तो कुछ नहीं है. And last, suspense account credit. Clear to all of you? And they said that on going the trial balance, there was a debit is excess. So definitely, sorry, I missed out. Opening balance will come on this side. Because in trial balance, debit is excess. You must have written suspense on the credit side, 150. And it is still not telling. So carry forward the difference. You know, after preparing trial balance, if you rectify all the errors, the suspense account will become nil. If all errors are not rectified, continue suspense account in the next year also. 575. to balance carried down. Take your time, बोलो clear है या नहीं. So don't be under wrong impression, मैम कितना आधा घंटा खराब किया, सस्पेंस अकाउंट तो टैली नहीं हुआ. ओके और बोलो. सस्पेंस अकाउंट हो गया. नाउ इफेक्ट ऑन प्रॉफिट करते हैं. चलो see, you have done suspense to expense. So you have reduced the expense. You have reduced the expense by 50. एक्सपेंस कम किए 50 से तो प्रॉफिट क्या हो जाएगा, इंक्रीज हो जाएगा. एक्सपेंस क्रेडिट बाय 50, प्रॉफिट increase by 50. Are you understanding? After passing this entry, what will be the impact on profit? So if you reduce expense, the profit will increase. Suspense to sales. Sales, if you are increasing, sales increase, what will be the impact on profit? Profit will also increase. Higher sales, higher GP, higher NP. Ma'am, I have written entries, I have missed this, I'll give you 6 out of 10. Why you want to do that? तो ये एक एक्स्ट्रा भी सीख के जाओ. दिस इज वेरी नाइस. नेक्स्ट वन, क्रेडिटर्स टू सस्पेंस. इसमें तो कोई इफेक्ट ही नहीं है 225 में. नहीं. नेक्स्ट, सेल्स रिटर्न टू सस्पेंस. सो सेल्स रिटर्न, व्हाट आर यू डूइंग? सेल्स रिटर्न व्हेन यू डेबिट, सेल्स कम हो रहा है, सेल्स माइनस सेल्स रिटर्न इज द नेट सेल्स रिटर्न. So more the sales return, if sales return is increasing, profit will decrease. Sales return increase हो रहा है तो net sales is only reducing, profit will also reduce. Supplier to purchases. Supplier to purchases. Purchase is reducing. Purchase is reducing, profit will increase. Profit will increase. And data to suspense, no effect. So profit will increase by 50, profit will increase by 100, profit will decrease by 100, and this will be increasing by 500. I know it is all very clear because we all are getting late for our lunch. I hope you liked all the problems, what we have done. Okay? I'm telling you, these are the best problems I have picked up with all the good quality so that you have all practice, basic level se lekar. Now homework. 8th and 9th is to yesterday's homework, and today's homework I want to add is 10th problem. And you are not going to enter the class tomorrow. You know, Zoom में कुछ तो होता है. I have seen. We can keep you in the waiting room. So you show the answers and then you are allowed. Can you do this 10th problem by both the methods? If suspense account is not there, go and debit that ledger. If suspense account is there, debit purchase, credit the suspense. So 8th, 9th and 10th are homework. 8th and 9th तो कल के homework थे. Today's homework is 10th sum and check all the problems we have done. Okay, good number of problems we have done and we need exactly 2 hours class tomorrow. I will start the class with third method and end the class with all homework. Anyone in the class who is going to come late tomorrow because homework नहीं किया है, फिर मैम homework read करने बोले तो क्लास में unmute करके. हाँ, तो you all are committed. You have paid so much fees. You are spending so much time, energy, money. So take the worth of the classes. Right or not? All clear or any doubt? No doubt. Thank you so much. See you all tomorrow at 11:30 sharp. Okay, with all the amazing, amazing homeworks and more good problems. Bye bye, all of you.